This is the story of how I chose a summer music camp. When I was in high school, music was my life. I ate, drank, and slept music. Yet because I went to a small rural school, I didn't have many opportunities to stretch my musical talent. I was already taking lessons on clarinet and oboe, and I was able to take voice lessons during the summers. Still, I wanted more. One day, I walked into the band room in my school and noticed all kinds of posters about different summer music camps next to all the college audition posters. One in particular caught my eye for Interlochen in Michigan. I had heard about the music camp's prestige from my teacher, but I never thought I'd be able to go. I decided to bring the idea up to my parents that day. My parents understood why I wanted to go to a camp and thought it would be a great opportunity for me to make music and with others who were as serious about music as I was. When they saw the price tag for 2 months at Interlochen, though, they just didn't think it would be possible. It turned out later that my mom brought up the idea to a friend of hers at work who said he would be willing to provide the money. It was a dream come true! But I wasn't set yet. Now that I knew I had a way to fund the camp, I had to audition. I started to get really nervous. Only the most talented kids went to Interlochen. What if I didn't get in? I started to work on the application process. I made the required audition tape and filled out all the forms. It was a lot of work. My private lesson teachers and band director spent a lot of time preparing me so that I would have the best chance of getting accepted. They encouraged me, but I think they knew I wasn't a shoo-in. Then came the hard part, the wait. I waited and waited, watching the mail every day to see if I got an acceptance letter. Finally, the day came when I received a large envelope from Interlochen. I nervously tore into the envelope and found that while I hadn't been rejected, I hadn't gotten in yet either. I was waitlisted. I would only get in if some of the people they originally accepted declined their invitation. So I started to fill out applications and copied my audition tape for some of the other camps on the bulletin board at school. I didn't want to be stuck at home during the summer. I just had to find somewhere to go where I could learn more and make music. There was Blue Lake, Brevard, and a few short weekend clinics, and one called Lutheran Summer Music. The more I learned about the different camps, the more I was drawn to LSM. It offered many different ensembles to perform in, small ensemble groups, master classes, private lessons, and pretty much everything Interlochen had. But it was only 1 month and not nearly as expensive. They even offered scholarships. I quickly heard back from LSM that I was in and that I was going to be offered a large amount of scholarship money. The camp was held at a different college campus every year, and that year it was going to be held in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, a long ways from my Indiana home. It came time to decide if LSM was going to be where I spent my summer. Did I really want to go to a camp that far away? What if I heard back from Interlochen? I had so many questions. But since I didn't figure I'd get off the wait list for Interlochen, I told my parents that LSM was my final decision. My parents paid the deposit, and my place at LSM was secured. I started to get really excited thinking about all the different musical activities I was going to do at camp. Then it happened. I got another large envelope in the mail from Interlochen. I was accepted. I'd moved up the waiting list and they wanted me. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited and proud that I had earned a place at the prestigious camp. But what about LSM? My parents had spent a lot of money that was non-refundable so that I could go there. My mother's friend was only interested in funding my Interlochen camp experience, not LSM. What was I going to do? I didn't want to waste my parents' money. I talked with some of my teachers about my new options, and they explained that Interlochen might be a hard camp for me, Because I was waitlisted, it was clear I wasn't going to be the best musician there like I might have been in my high school. I could get frustrated, and the stress might even turn me off to music. The more I thought about Interlochen, the more I felt like it just wasn't the place for me. It was probably the hardest decision I'd ever made, but I decided to go to LSM. Looking back, I don't regret my decision at all. I had an incredible time at camp. I met great people and music instructors. The camp even influenced my choice to go to Valparaiso University, where the band director that summer taught. I highly encourage young musicians to research and find a camp that is right for them. The camps they choose between might be very different from mine, but I'm sure the experience will be well worth it.